And now joined by one of the hottest fishermen on tour right now, a guy who is virtually my neighbor. I mean, we live about 30 miles apart, and I got to drive 300 miles to talk to him. But he's here, Brandon Lester. Man, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you, Tom?
I am fantastic. I was very excited with your results in Florida, especially the first week. You know, it seemed like you were really on them, and of course you came off of that win in the Open at Kissimmee. Just talk about what that did for you to get your mind right for the season, to just cash a good check and get a win right off the bat.
Yeah, it's so important to get off to a good foot. You know, get started, set a good pace, get into a rhythm out there on the water where good things are happening. You feel like you're making good decisions, and not to mention the fact that win qualified me for the 2023 Bassmaster Classic right off the bat. So, yeah, that's you couldn't ask for a better start. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that one, of course, will be in Knoxville. This one here on Lake Hartwell. And we share a home lake. Not that the people that are listening coast to coast care about it, but Timms Ford Lake is a lake that we share. And the folks here at Lake Hartwell are actual sponsors of Bassmaster Radio as well. So I've been over here a few times. What's your take on the similarities between a lake like Timms Ford, doesn't have spots, but smallmouth, and a lake like Hartwell? Is it kind of similar to where you've got that deep water and you got just a lot of creek edges and that type of stuff?
Yeah, it sets up a lot of the same, as far as contour lines, topography. You've got bluff walls, you've got those long sloping points, you got mud flats, you got gravel, a lot of pockets, a lot of different arms. Like you said, the obvious difference is we have smallmouth and largemouth. This place has largemouth and spotted bass. But there are a lot of similarities in the way they fish, and a lot of the same finesse tactics that we use at home in our clear water fisheries will work on these bodies of water as well.
A lot of fish will be caught this week. There's no doubt about it during this classic. The question is, will there be a lot of 17 and 18-pound type bags? Because maybe that's what's going to take. The last three classics here was 50 pounds to win, basically. I seem to think it'd be 53, 54 pounds to win this time. But what's your take on the size fish that could be coming out of the fishery this time around?
I definitely agree with you. I'm looking for it to take around 17 a day, so around that 52, 53, somewhere right in there. Um, it's going to be all about, I think the guy that wins is going to weigh in some mixed bags. I don't think you can win with all spots. I don't think you can win with all largemouth just because it's hard to target largemouth and get five big ones each day. But it's definitely going to be important to get that 4 or 5, maybe even 6 or 7 pound, because they do live in Lake Hartwell. Those big largemouth are going to be at a premium this week. There's no doubt.
And finally, every fisherman, whether you're a tournament fisherman or a weekend angler, always has that thought in the back of their mind: am I doing the right thing? If I'm shallow, should I be out there? If I'm out there, should I go chase some shallow? Does this week create even more of that kind of confusion because of the weather and because of the fact that there is these two great species? Does it make it, do those thoughts creep into your mind, or do you have to commit to one or the other, and this is what I'm going to do?
I think you have to commit one to the other. And honestly, the way this weather's setting up, and this tournament is a swing for the fence kind of tournament. I hate to use that term because it is cliche, but that's how it is here at the Bassmaster Classic. There's no points on the line, so I think you got to kind of commit both way, one way or another. I am going to start basically on a spotted bass deal just to try to calm the nerves and put some fish in the boat. Plus, as it gets on up in the day, those largemouth get positioned a lot better. So, but I'm pretty much committed to what I'm going to do, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and it's going to be a dadgum fun week. I know that.
He is a Phoenix pro. He's got a great new sponsor in Midway USA, as well as a title sponsor. Brandon Lester, off to a hot start this season. And keep it going, man. We're pulling for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.